Tonight, a Utah mother accused of poisoning her husband with 5 times the lethal dose of fentanyl, crying while handcuffed in a courtroom and coming face to face with his sister.
Eric died under horrendous circumstances.
The prosecution laying out evidence, including what appear to be damning internet searches they say Corey Richins made after her husband Eric's death, and bringing his sister to the stand for a victim impact statement during the bail hearing.
I am tormented at the thought of what he endured. I play it out in my mind. I go through the terrible sequence of events. I wonder when he realized he was in mortal danger. I wonder what Corey may have said to him in his last moments.
Corey dabbing her eye during the sister's testimony, the state arguing Eric's death was murder at the hands of his wife.
5 times the lethal dose is not accidental, Your Honor. And the person who benefited the most from Eric being dead is the defendant.
Court records filed Friday leading up to the hearing allege Richins searched incriminating terms on her cell phone, including what is a lethal dose of fentanyl, and if someone is poisoned, what does it go down on the death certificate as, and luxury prisons for the rich in America. The judge denying her request for bail.
The court finds the circumstances of this case, as supported by substantial evidence, weigh soundly against any form of pretrial release.
Prosecutors allege in court documents the trouble started 8 years ago when they say Corey started purchasing and forging signatures for life insurance policies on her husband. At least 4 policies totaling upwards of $1.6 million that named Corey as the beneficiary. Another internet search prosecutors allege Corey made, quote, death certificate says pending. Will life insurance still pay? The state saying the two were also fighting over purchasing a sprawling new home, and that then Corey contacted an acquaintance and asked for fentanyl. One day after Eric died, she closed on that home, according to a search warrant. Her defense attorney arguing that the transaction doesn't prove murder, and the death may have been an accident.
It could have been accidental. I mean, it very well could have. And I think that, given the evidence presented today, is a very plausible situation. Being bad with money does not make you a murderer.
The defense also arguing that there is no substantial evidence to support the charges and that no traces of fentanyl were found in the home. Richins has not entered a plea. In the year after Eric's death, Corey penned a children's book about grief, included her sons in the story, and dedicated it to Eric, even going on TV to promote it.
It completely took us all by shock.
Today, his sister advocating for her nephews.
Because of her actions, there has not been a day that has gone by we have not lived with paralyzing anxiety and fear, worrying for the boys' lives as well as our own.
Valerie Castro joins us now live in studio. So, Valerie, we learned a lot today. A lot happened in court. Do we know why? Is there anything more we learned from the judge about why he decided to keep Corey in jail?
So the judge says that she could pose a substantial danger to the community. He says is based on the fact that she's also accused of purchasing a large amount of fentanyl after her husband died, although it's still unclear why she might have done that. A pretrial hearing is now set for June 22nd.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.